Edwin Dearborn here, another edition of Growth Driven. In 2021, I'm moving away from Facebook and I am doubling, maybe even tripling down on LinkedIn, and here's why. Edwin Dearborn here, another edition of Growth Driven. Yes, 2021, LinkedIn. And anybody who comes to me and tells me that LinkedIn is not a power play for a brand, well, I know that they just aren't putting in the hard work. They're not putting in the study. They're not putting in the effort. They're not putting in the time, because I'm telling you right now, LinkedIn, for me, along with email, is going to be my next power play for the next 2 to 3 years, minimally. LinkedIn, here's just some stats. First of all, there's over 700 million professionals globally, decision makers, business owners. They're all there. Number two, studies have shown that per capita, the people on LinkedIn that are active on LinkedIn make more money than on any other social media platform. So you got decision makers and you got people with money, so they can make decisions about money. If you're in business, isn't that who you want to reach? Qualified decision makers, people who can pull the trigger and give you the credit card, write the check? Absolutely. And the other thing about LinkedIn is it's about business. You can talk about business on LinkedIn. Moreover, when you get into the advanced features of LinkedIn, like LinkedIn Sales Navigator, which is the one that I use, $79 a month, totally worth it. Now I have an advanced search capability to identify the exact people that I want in the exact niches, the exact industries. I can nail it down by city, how big their company is. Like, it's a powerful search engine. Then you get to their profile, you get to connect with them, and you get their contact information. You get their email. You can get their phone number. You can upload this to your CRM. You can actually start contacting people. Now you double down with this in your effort and you start presenting content on a routine basis, which I'm doing with myself and the brands I work with. We're getting way more engagement on some of our posts than we are with any other social media. Absolutely more engagement than Twitter, more engagement than Instagram, almost as much engagement on Facebook, and sometimes even more engagement than Facebook on LinkedIn. Now, if you're going to win with LinkedIn, I'm going to give you some tips. Number one, there's no quick win with LinkedIn. This takes work. There is a set of processes that you're going to have to put in place on a routine basis to win with LinkedIn. Meaning every single day, you're going to have to go to your profile, take the 45 minutes or the hour and a half that you were spending on Facebook looking at cat videos, arguing about politics, catching up with family, and put that hour and a half of actually reaching out to fellow professionals, the people that you want to do business with. This isn't some spray and pray effort. This is actually networking with people. You want to reach mortgage brokers? You can find mortgage brokers. You want to find mortgage brokers in the top 10 cities? You can find mortgage brokers in your top 10 cities. You can find almost any professional and put tons of filters and demographics within that search, and it'll nail it down for you. And now you're connecting with the exact individuals that you want to meet with. Moreover, you can, now that you're connected, you can post your content. You can even automate this, hook up various things like Hootsuite or various software to automate the posts. You can work with VAs to create content for you, like I do, to put in front of them. And you can send individual messages, direct messages, just like you do in Facebook, but now you're sending a direct message to a decision maker. Let's see how powerful that is. A direct message to decision maker. You try that with cold calling. That's tough. See, if you cold call somebody and you want to reach the CEO, you're going to go through a lot of gatekeepers and you're going to get hung up and they're going to take a message and they're never going to call you back. But if you can get very incisive and very pithy, meaning short, concise, and powerful with your message, you could send that to a CEO and actually bypass all the gatekeepers and actually get a response from a qualified decision maker. I've done that so many times that when people tell me that LinkedIn doesn't work, it's like I just want to chortle. I want to launch a big hollow laugh. It's crazy. I'll give you an example. So about 3 days ago, I spend pretty much every day, a large amount a day, prospecting on LinkedIn. So I reach out to this dentist who owns a app, this, qualified dentist who owns a business that sells marketing services to other dentists. And I send him a very short email, 3-4 sentences. I'm not trying to sell him. I'm not trying to convince him I'm the best. A short promise that I know that I can keep. And I send that to him. And of course, that promise has a high benefit promise to him as well. So about 2 days later, he reaches out to me and he goes, here's my email and here's my phone number. Text me, call me, email me. Okay. So I immediately put him in my email database. I email him and then I text him going, hi, this is Ed. We met on LinkedIn. Okay. This is a CEO of a technology company who also happens to own a dental practice in Southern California. Has tens of thousands of connections, and he's giving me his phone number. Then we get on the phone. We have an hour-long call. We establish a relationship. And during the phone call, he's like, have we ever talked before? And I'm like, no, doctor, we've never talked before. He goes, I resonate with you so much. I feel like I've known you my whole life. Bam. I now have a trusted relationship with a senior decision maker and an owner of 2 companies. And I've got his cell phone number and he wants to come out to Vegas and he wants to hang out with me. That deal could be worth tens of thousands of dollars, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars in future business for me, future referrals, open up his database to me. LinkedIn. That doesn't happen on Facebook on a routine basis. I can make things like that happen routinely through LinkedIn, but you got to do it right. You got to do it smart. And believe me, it took a lot of years of doing all the wrong ways. And I've done all the wrong ways. I've done ways that have pissed people off because I was new and I was trying stuff and then I'd reiterate and I'd scratch my head and I kind of pull back and think about it and go, okay, maybe do this, but also doing more study, going to YouTube and watching videos of people that are succeeding with LinkedIn, building massive brands through LinkedIn and email. I thought, okay, you know what? I'm going to be humble enough, smart enough to lean back and learn from others and see how I can incorporate what they're doing. All I've done with one partnership, I have a partnership with a bookkeeping company in Florida. This is all we did in 2020. We sent out LinkedIn invitations, connected with other professionals, continually posted content on LinkedIn, emailed them weekly content, actionable, usable content, and we have 4x their income in 1 year. 0 paid advertising. 0 paid advertising. Yes, I paid a virtual assistant to help with some of these functions. Very inexpensive comparatively, but we did no cold calling. We did no Google ads, no Facebook ads, no Instagram ads, no retargeting campaign. No, just organic targeted reach on LinkedIn, sharing great content on LinkedIn on a continual basis, and then sending them good content through email. And we have 4x our stats. And probably in the next year, just doing that continual strategy, we will probably double once again. LinkedIn. Now, you tell me how somebody's using social media and email organically and having those results with Facebook. It's not happening. And if it is, maybe it is happening. I haven't seen it. I haven't heard about it. But you can achieve this with LinkedIn. So now, if you would like to see how you can incorporate this with your brand, with your company, with your sales team, you should reach out to me. Love to work with you. And if you don't want to work with me, that's totally fine too. Go to YouTube. My gosh, there is just a treasure trove of content creators just sharing massive amount of secrets and strategies and proven tactics that will make LinkedIn. But you got to put in the time. You got to put in the time. Hours, maybe hundreds of hours. But is hundreds of hours worth it to learn how to master where 700 million qualified people hang out? I think so. Anyways, this has been another edition of Growth Driven. LinkedIn, you got to be there. You got to use it. I'm doubling down. You make it a great day. Bye-bye.